in terms of momentum and vectors. So I asked somebody to show me what would be the result, and that would be Alejandro F. Now Alejandro, okay. Now Alejandro, this is before collision, so I have a vector going this way. This is before collision. After collision, this particular ball goes up. But how about this one? Which way does it go? It goes down. And so the correct answer is, of course, it goes down and goes out this way. Okay? Now, I need you to watch this very carefully because you can also obtain the solution using vector. You see this vector right here? This is a vector before collision. It's the same vector as this one. And so to determine after collision, you take this vector, which is for the clear ball, move it over here, and then you do the vector addition. And you move this vector over, and if you sit the line up, then you have the correct solution using vector solution. Oh, you know, close enough. All right. So that's how I'm going to do it. And now, moving on to this one. If you go to the back page of the warm-up, you see a demonstration of how we apply momentum and impulse for vehicle. So here, you see, ever see these things out on the freeway? We have two kind of, okay, this one is concrete, and this one is water barrel. And these are more effective because with the water barrel,
That's wasted water.
these with, no it's not. These with water barrel, it protects life. It saves life. Because when you collide against concrete, the time that you crash is short. When you collide against water barrel, the time that you crash extended. And the longer the collision, the less damage will be to the vehicle and to yourself. So it protects life. And so if you look at the second picture, right? This is a Mercedes-Benz. This is for AMG. Okay? And the way it's designed is that they want this front part to be crumpled, so that when you collide, it will get all smashed up. But the idea is it gets smashed up so it can protect your life. So when they create a structure for the Mercedes-Benz, they put steel in the back here to protect you. And then this, see this blue thing? It's mostly aluminum, so that it extends the crash time, protect your life. Same thing here. So that would be about how we apply the concept of physics to engineering. And then you have your homework. 17 momentum, which is due on Friday, 11 p.m. Now, here's, remember the rules we studied earlier? For the homework, start early. That way you have time to come here on Thursday, tomorrow, and ask questions. And also, look up the example in the textbook. I created this homework so it looks just almost like the example in the textbook to encourage you to use the textbook. So that's what you warm up today. I will collect them later on. Next one. Alright. It's something else. It's this.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Science fair. For this class, for the biology and also for the chemistry students, this year, all the science students will do science project, either by yourself or together as a team. Here is the timeline. I'll show you the timeline. Okay. You have the timeline is this. On the 14th, you have to come up with the topic. On the 6th of March, roughly about a month from now, you have to come up with what you need material. On April 3rd, 2 months from now, you have to provide all the data for your lab. On May 22nd, roughly 4.5 months from now, you have to create a science poster. And then pretty much the last week of this school year, you have to submit the paper of a presentation. If you want to find out what the poster looks like, here are some examples by other students. So, Can we dim the light a little bit so you can see clearly?
Dim the lights out first. That's too much.
So, to create a poster, you can use the art project. I have talked to Ms. Talbot, and she said that you can get credit for both physics and art if you create an innovative presentation that combines art and physics together. I will now talk to, who's your English teacher? I will now talk to Ms. Curtis to see if it's possible for you to also get credit for the science project if you provide good English presentation. Okay? I know you have questions, so let me finish and then you can raise your hand and then I will address all your questions.
Do you have to do?
Let me finish and then you can raise your hand. So here is a sample poster from another group of students. So basically you can do it any way you like.
Whoa.
Now these are some ways, but you can be creative and you can go beyond this basic requirement to present a poster. Okay? So the idea is this: you can work by yourself, you can work with a team, you can do a lab experiment, or you can do a research in physics, and you may be able to get credit for both physics, art, and possibly English on the company's credit. Question:
When will we be able to work on it?
you can work with any time if not one. Start it now because if you look at the schedule, you and your team, let's say you work on a team, you and your team will be responsible for the topic proposal by Valentine's Day, which is end of next week. And if you go to your folder, Google Drive folder, you will see this. If you go to the Google Drive folder, you will see the topic proposal up there, and you can submit this with your team. It's under science fair topic. So you have roughly about a week and a half to provide some possible ideas for your topic. And
Hey, how many people come in the group?
I will answer your question in a minute. Now, for your topic, you can start by listing your interests and possible questions. So that will narrow down the topic. You can have up to the maximum of
5?
Make it 5.
8?
4 persons per team. That's why I created structures for 4.
1, 3, 4, 5.
Questions? Any questions so far?
Do we have to do it?
Yes, we do. It is part of the requirement. It will count as your lab. But a major lab.
Hey, only in this group.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying. You have a question, raise your hand.
Wait, so
Yes,
wait.
Only in this class.
Every single science student
And we can
you
choose
have.
like, yeah, we can choose.
If you choose group across period, then you may have problem with presentation. You can present here and you can present it there. So I recommend you stay within your period. Yeah.
Okay, so wait.
All right.
So when you say that we get credit for art and also extra credit,
Well, I will talk to the art student, the art teachers, Ms. Talbot, and I will talk to the art English teachers to see if you can combine this with another project and do other classes. Let's say in art, you have to do a project. This can be an art.
It's also art, so you should connect it with the IT.
Yes. Chris.
Hey, give me the class.
Chris asked if we can make a volcano. Yes, you can. You can do just about anything you want, but make sure it's legal. Do not do things like, three-dimensional, 3D gun.
so how many per group?
We can do it.
That's how we
I have my license.
Yes.
I do have it.
Max
Maybe
4.
5, 3 to 5.
10.
Chris.
Already have my gift card.
Anyone else? Now, now let's get back to today's topic. Any questions? student realize you can reach that you are playing rather than. Yes, because in your class, because you have a presentation. Yeah, if you're class, you gotta listen twice. Yes, yes. Let's get back.
Or ice cream.
Let's get back. Today, we will finish up the lab that you started last week. And a couple of things I want you to do. I need to remind you. Last week, you observed the